Hi, my name is Matthew Carey, and today I'll be speaking about my EDN 114 Assignment 1. My name again is Matthew Carey, my student number is 32918065. I'm currently studying K-10 Health and Physical Education. The site I have chosen today is KidZone Graph Maker. I declare this work to be my own, and my tutor is John Yap. Why is ICT important in schools? ICT is important in schools these days as we're moving into a more technology-based world. The students are constantly looking for different ways they can learn new and exciting information, and technology is playing a huge part in this. Technology is changing the way in which we can view information and how they display the information. The curriculum related to KidZone graphs. In the Australian curriculum under Maths, in the Year 5 area, the curriculum states that students should be able to construct displays including column graphs, dot plots, and tables appropriate for data types with and without the use of technologies. ACMSP 119 as part of the Australian curriculum. This presentation will be focused on with the technology. KidZone enables students to input the data into the computer and construct a graph to suit what the student is after. This is important for the student as they can see where exactly all of the information that they have inputted into the computer goes and how it actually looks like when it is presented on a graph form. My ICT idea. The idea I had for my ICT lesson using KidZone was to get the students to go around the classroom, socialise and gather different data. They could choose a topic, poll the class, and then go on and take the data that they have gathered from the other students and add it into the KidZone website, which will then help them create a graph. So as we've opened up, this is the KidZone homepage, Create a Graph homepage. As you can see on the left there is help for useful information. There's a tutorial that they have, and underneath the help is examples. Examples are mostly American based as it is an American website. And then in the green box in the middle of the screen, it gives you options of what sort of graph you would like, whether it be a bar, line, area, pie, or XY graph. You simply just select one of these options to begin, and then the student is away. Today we've chosen to do a bar graph. So once you've clicked on bar graph, the design option comes out. Again, it has the help screen next to it to help the student understand what needs to go into a bar graph, and again a tutorial. There's many different options you can take, whether you want the direction of the bar graph, whether you want it to be vertical or horizontal or true 3D, if you want it stacked vertically or stacked horizontally, if you want the shape in rectangles, cylinders, triangles, rhombuses, or different patterns. You can choose the style, the background color, grid color, how many grid lines, the appearance, and where the legend is. These students have full range. They can make their graph look as pretty or as nice as they would like it to. Then we come on to the data point, which is just underneath the design tab. This is where the students enter the title, what needs to go on the X and Y axis labels, a source if they have one. They've got their different items, different values. They've got the min and the max value. And again, just to the side underneath help, there has different help to help the students understand what each part of this data page does and how they input their information correctly. So if a student is just coming to graphs for the first time, they are able to see clearly on the underneath help where exactly they need to be inputting their specific data and how that will show up on the graph. I've just done a quick example here, it being finals time. I've just gone with the classic "What AFL teams do the Year 5 class support" as my title. On my x-axis, I've got AFL teams, and on my y-axis, I've got number of students. I've again just coming down on the help. It helps you with the items and groups. Graph consists of series of data items, some in multiple groups. Students look, do they have multiple groups? No, they've only got one group. They've just got this one question. Then they come down to the min and max value. I've left these blank for now, but again, if the student was unsure, straight across to the help, it's min and max values. It's the limits, the scale of the graph. In case the students were unaware, it gives them a clear definition of what these mean. This is now my finished graph. I did not bother with any labels today. If you would like, you can go further into labels. You can change font color, font size, what different font it actually uses. Again, with the help, it's a graph preview, shows the state of the graph and how they got to that stage. Just underneath the preview button is the print and save button. This button allows students to either print out their graph to show their parents or friends or teacher, and also enables them to email their graph to a certain email address. Say if they wanted to email it to this teacher, or if they would like it to email to mum and dad to print out for them, if they would like to do it that way. There's many different ways that they can now show their graph off, which is another excellent feature. It's very inclusive of the student. They feel like they can include everyone to look at their graph. Why KidZone works so well? KidZone is engaging for the students. They're able to go around and gather data. The students, they're going around collecting data. They're socializing with other students. They're building social skills. They're going up there talking to everyone in their class. They're making friends. But it is much better for the student when they are walking around and having fun than rather than just sitting down at a desk doing a normal graph work. The students are able to straight away go up to a computer and enter in their data immediately, and then a graph suddenly appears for them showing exactly how the information has been plotted on their graph. The graphs all give an excellent view for the student to see exactly what their graph is showing and how the data looks on their screen. So they can see exactly this is where this has gone and this is how it looks for them. The learning opportunities for students. The students have many different learning opportunities with their KidZone Graph Maker. The KidZone Graph Maker enables students to see what different graphs look like if they didn't know what they look like. So they didn't know what a line graph looks like. They're able to go on, plot their points of data and see if that looks correct. The KidZone Graph Maker enables students to see what data goes into which graphs best, so they're able to understand how their information gets into a graph and which graph best represents their information. The KidZone Graph Maker enables the students to visually see how the data is displayed on the screen as well, which is another massive factor. In conclusion, the use of ICT in the classroom is an excellent tool. Has many different applications and uses in school. The technology is allowing students to view all different types of information. If it is teaching something new for the first time or expanding their knowledge further, the ICT can help the students understand and visualize how they're getting their information and what the information is looking like. Thank you for listening to my presentation.